Hello, my name is Rachel Gibbons, and I'm so excited to be presenting my interior design digital portfolio with you for CSA Day today. I wanted to start off by sharing a little bit about me. So I've included a small screenshot of my resume. If you would like to know more about my experience and skills, you can pause the video and take a look at that. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and am majoring in interior design with a minor in business administration, and I'm graduating from Meredith in May. I spent my first 2 years of college at NC State as an environmental science major before transferring to Meredith for interior design. And because of this, I'm still super interested in environmental sustainability, and that's a big priority for me in my designs. I hope to become LEED certified after I start working and also NCIDQ certified. I'm interested in learning more about commercial design, but also open to residential design. And here at Meredith, we are big on our Clifton strengths, so I thought I'd share my top 5 strengths from the personality assessment if you're familiar with that. They are discipline, intellect, relator, empathy, and individualization, all of which I feel help me a lot in my designs. Here are the contents of what I'll be sharing with you today, and let's get started. I wanted to start off by mentioning that Meredith does team projects for almost every project that we do. So not everything that I'm showing today is my work, but I wanted to include the entire project for you to better visualize our designs. So I will mention the other team members' names if the work is not done by me that I'm showing. So for this slide, I created the top rendering, and my teammate Paige Goodwin created the one on the bottom. So for this first project, this design was for a commercial private lounge within an airport. This was designed with business professionals in mind who are traveling for work, and this lounge has a paid entry fee that visitors or their employers may pay so that they can use the space as a place to get work done, eat, rest, and even have meetings in the conference rooms. Aimed at pleasing a variety of travelers, this airport lounge will meet the needs of those who need to connect, work, and recharge before they catch their next flight. The open atmosphere allows for a collaborative environment that can easily be broken into groups via furnishings. The travelers are guided through the space by the level of noise, so the farther they travel through the space, the quieter it gets. And the minimalism and pastel tones attract a variety of clients, ranging in transgenerational and multicultural demographics. Something I really enjoyed about this project was that we were designing a mixed-use space that includes dining areas, offices, workstations, retail, and lounge areas. So we got to experiment with many different sectors of commercial design and see how they all interact together. As you can see from the floor plan, we have the more social, noisy areas of the space towards the front near the public access, including the retail space and the eat-in area, and with the lounges and the workstations more towards the back to help with acoustics and privacy. We also wanted to utilize the large window and view of the terminal for as much natural light as we could, so we left the majority of the space open. And in the conference rooms, we have a sliding partition dividing the 2 rooms so that they can merge to become one larger conference room if necessary. And also on this slide, I created the floor plan on the left, and then my teammate Ansley created the RCP on the right. This next project was a team project I did with my teammate Mira, and Mira created this first set of renderings, but I wanted to include them because I think they help to visualize our floor plan and design concept and our specifications really nicely. I think she did an amazing job with the lighting in this too. So yeah, just wanted to include that. But this This Skybox was designed to encourage musical and business collaboration. This area is meant for employees and clients of the recording studio to enjoy the concert or sporting event in a space that's luxury, trendy, and comfortable. The space is meant to impress and kind of woo the clients. So the recording studio employees and clients will use the first floor of the space more socially and publicly. The mixed seating and eating areas, along with the bright color palette, allows for creativity to flow. And ADA accessibility, plenty of seating, and contemporary styling with pops of color were the goals for this first floor. The second floor is meant to be more of an intimate setting for conversations, meetings, and meals. There is a conference room, a smaller dining area, and even a sleeping area for the performer to spend the night or nap before the show. These are both of the renderings that I did, also just to clarify if that was confusing. And while the first floor of the Skybox is more public, this area is meant to be for more of the inner circle and the team of a high-profile client, but it can also be used for meetings with the studio employees. And here are our floor plans for the first and second floors. I think I've already kind of touched on the major aspects of these floor plans. For the first floor, it's again more public and social, and then the second floor, we included some more walls. We still wanted it to be a collaborative, open environment, but obviously the bathroom, the conference room, and the bedroom, we wanted to be a little bit more private. So for this next project, the assignment was to have it's the same room and 3 different clients with different needs. So it's also 3 different floor plans, as you can see. So for the first client, we had Cece, who was an elderly widow who had a more traditional feminine style. And although Cece is not a wheelchair user currently, I made the floors laminate instead of carpet because she walks with a cane. So if she ever needs a wheelchair or walker, it will be easier to move about the space. I wanted the room to feel feminine and chic and accomplished this with the use of blues and pinks and floral prints and just more traditionally styled furniture. I wanted the space to be welcoming so that Cece could potentially visit with family and friends, sit and read her books, and just enjoy the space for as long as she would like. The next client was Sadie, who was a teenage girl, and the main goal that I had for Sadie's room was for it to be as flexible as possible as she continues to grow. I remember when I was a teenager, I was always trying to change my room, redecorate, repaint as I went through different phases. So I just wanted it to kind of I wanted her to have a space that grew with her. And so Sadie's space should feel age appropriate but not scream 15-year-old girl, so that she can still enjoy the space as she gets older. And the space should feel bright, fresh, and happy, but not overwhelmingly themed. And I wanted to make sure she had enough seating for friends to come visit, enough desk area to do homework, and enough storage space. My main goal for Sadie's room was to have it be inviting, summery, bohemian, and a little girly without feeling too childish. And for Jim's office, his needs were for a space to work on his computer and to do creative projects, have meetings, and a little bit of storage space. The room is contemporary and minimalistic. Jim suffers from PTSD, so we did a lot of research on how to design for PTSD and anxiety. And one of the main things that I found was it's important to have clear walkways and neat spaces when designing for PTSD, because cluttered spaces and unclear escape paths can cause anxiety. I also included lots of horizontal lines, blues and greens, and biophilic design in the plants and the views of outside and the natural light. So that was also a priority because those are some design elements that can be psychologically calming as well. I wanted this space to be an office where Jim could feel safe and spend a lot of time if he is working on a project. So this last project I'm going to show you is a classroom designed to be the best possible learning and play environment specifically for children on the autism spectrum. And our color scheme was blue, white, and gray because blue has been found to be more calming and help with anxiety. We also have a tactile wall, a reading nook, a play area, calm down area, and a class meeting circle, and a little snack and craft table. One of my favorite aspects of this project was learning about how to design specifically for autism. And something I found in my research that was really interesting was the idea of having a tactile wall, which you can kind of see in the bottom rendering on the right. Basically, the idea with a tactile wall is trying to use different textures for stimulation with autistic children. So the senses, particularly the sense of touch, can be a really grounding tool to help with autistic children be more present in their environment. So that was just something fun that I thought was cool. And then I also included labels in each separate space of the classroom. So each labeled space will help the children identify the different activities that are taking place in different locations in the room. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today and taking the time to learn more about my portfolio. If you want to see my full portfolio, please visit rachelgibbonsdesign.weebly.com. Thank you again.